Teddy Rubskin here, your Sega Genesis geek, and yeah, we've been talking about the Sega Genesis Mini, right? Which I've done another video talking about it before, but I think there might be some problems with it. Yeah, like I mean, it sounds cool, but it might not be that great. You might not want to spend your money on it, and we're going to talk about why, right? Because, you know, if you didn't already know, the Sega Genesis Mini was an official Sega, thing that's actually coming out in September, right? It's not coming out until September 19th, I believe, right? And it plugs into your TV, right? And it's got like 42 games built in there. And, well, it's debatable, whether or not those games are, like, really awesome, because, a lot of them are pretty good. It still is like 42 games. It's about the same number of games that you get on, like, the Sega Genesis collection for the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. It's got a nice collection of games. Actually, it's the same number of games that you might find on one of these Sega Genesis plug-and-play things that really aren't very good. They're pretty crappy. And in fact, it claims to have 80 games on there, but that's because half of those games are terrible fucking knockoff games that you don't even want to play, and I don't know why they include them on there, because it just makes the thing crappier, right? There's a bunch of games on there that are complete shit, right? In fact, there's only 40, Sega Genesis games, genuine Sega Genesis games on there. I don't even know why they include those other shitty games. But this is an official Sega, product that has 42 games built in there, and it is a nice list of games, I went over it in another fucking video, and they're awesome games. But the problem is that the system actually comes with two 3-button controllers, right? Which, that's fine. There's the kind of controllers that, they would have come with back in the day if you bought the thing, right? But, 3-button controllers is not bad. In fact, they work great for most of the games on the collection. Unfortunately, for some reason, the collection includes Street Fighter 2, right? Yeah, and Street Fighter 2 is a game you really need 6 buttons for, right? In fact, that's why they started selling 6-button controllers for the Sega Genesis back in the day, so that you could play Street Fighter 2 properly. Because in the arcade, it's got 6 buttons, right? 3 different punches, 3 different kicks, and, if you want to play the game with this 3-button controller, and if you get this thing, you're going to have to, right? The only way to do it is you got to push start in order to toggle between punches and kicks, right? All 3 buttons are punches, push start, and then all 3 buttons are kicks. And that's a really lousy way to play fucking Street Fighter, Response time is just terrible. Why the fuck? Why the fuck include Street Fighter 2 in this collection? It might have been just fine. Wouldn't even have been a problem if they included another game on there instead of Street Fighter 2. Why include Street Fighter 2? It's not just that. They also included Eternal Champions, which is another fighting game that actually fights in the same way Street Fighter 2 does. It's got 3 different punches and 3 different kicks. And in order to play it with the 3-button controller, you gotta push start in order to switch them from punches and kicks. That's a terrible way to fucking play these games. Terrible. So, why'd they do that? They easily could have included some other games instead of Street Fighter 2 and Eternal Champions. In fact, it's weird that the collection doesn't include Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles, right? Where these games are not included. In fact, they're not included because they should be combined, because you combine Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with Sonic and Knuckles, and then, it's a bigger, better game. Point is, maybe this is a bit of an oversight, but maybe there's some other problems too. The fact is that there's going to be a Japanese version of the Sega Genesis released in Japan. Right? Actually, it's the Japanese Sega Mega Drive, right? And the Mega Drive in Japan is going to be different in a couple major ways. First of all, it's going to include a 6-button controller, right? But only one. It only comes with one controller, but it's a 6-button controller. And I guess you're going to be able to order more controllers, right? You're going to get another controller. What? You're going to play 2-player games, So maybe it'd be possible to order, a Japanese 6-button Mega Drive controller for your American Sega Genesis Mini, Yeah, it sucks that you have to do that, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And the Japanese Sega Mega Drive Mini is going to have a different collection of games. Although most of the games are going to be the same as on the American Sega Genesis Mini, you know, it's going to have a couple different titles on there, right? And one of them is Musha. Yeah, Musha is only going to be available on the Japanese Sega Mega Drive Mini. I heard it was going to be on the American one, but no, it's only going to be on the Japanese one. Along with a couple other titles that I'm not really that familiar with. We got Snow Brothers and Dyna Brothers 2. Is a Lord Monarch. Don't really know that one. Madao Monogatari. I don't really know that game either. Party Quiz Mega Q. Rent-A-Hero. I've heard of that. Never played it, but you know, Rent-A-Hero. The Hybrid Front. Okay. Yu Yu Hakusho Makaiki. I don't even never heard of this. Assault Suit Linos, whatever. Langrisser Toe. What? Powerball, which is a wrestle ball. Powerball, wrestle ball. What? Puyo Toe. Puzzle Action. What? Slap Fight. Never heard of that game. And then this game, this weird Japanese-only Sega Channel compilation that actually includes 12 games on there, including Fucky. Right? There's 12 games on there. So wait. The Japanese Sega Mega Drive Mini is going to include 42 games, and one of those games is a collection that includes 12 games? So that's a lot more games. The Japanese version is going to have a lot more games on there. That's crazy. And a lot of games I never heard of before. I mean that's just nuts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, a lot of these games are they're in Japanese. It's going to be hard to play, you know, Shining Force in Japanese since I don't speak Japanese. It's going to be really hard to play that game. And a lot of the games that, you know, are going to be on the American version, they're going to be different, you know, because the Japanese versions, you know, like Revenge of Shinobi in Japan is Super Shinobi, right? And Streets of Rage, you know, in Japan is Bare Knuckle. Castlevania Bloodlines is Vampire Killer. You know, and the other title differences, the Mega Drive versions of the Sega Genesis games we got, right? But you know, it's going to be a different collection of games. But so that's kind of interesting. Actually, the Japanese Mega Drive Mini sounds more interesting than the American Sega Genesis Mini in a couple of ways. You know, they're including a 6-button controller, so Street Fighter 2 on that system is going to be highly playable, right? So I don't know. You know. Also another thing. The Japanese version of the Sega Mega Drive Mini is going to have little attachments that you can put on there. That's right, you can get a small fucking Mega CD that goes on the bottom, and then a Mega 32X that goes on top, plus a tiny little fucking, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge and a Sonic and Knuckle cartridge that goes on top, right? Now these things don't actually work at all. They're just aesthetic. They're just little bits of plastic you could plug in there. Don't allow you to play CD games or anything like that, but it's just neat. You know, it's just a neat little thing, you know? It's kind of weird that it includes, you know, Sonic and Knuckles cartridge on the top, a tiny little plastic one that doesn't actually work, when Sonic and Knuckles is not included in the collection. I mean, but whatever, I think that's kind of cool, but I'm pretty sure you could get those parts and put them on the American, you know, Sega Genesis Mini, right? And you can get the 6-button controller from the Japan, but you're probably gonna have to pay fucking through the nose to order that shit from Japan, but who knows? So, I don't know. What do you guys fucking think? Write me a comment down below, and until fucking next time, keep it fucking real.
what I was gonna say.
Welcome to the next level.
超音速で弾け飛ぶピンボールゲームに挑戦だ。アメリカ生まれのファンキーアクション、ソニックスピンボール。メガドライブからソニックビンゴプレゼント実施中。セガ